What is jealousy and what is inspiration? There's a really thin line, and we're gonna go and see what it is. Hiya, I'm Lorna, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I do some unboxing, some vlogs, and also some little podcasts, you may say. I opened a Spotify account so you can listen to my videos without watching my face. So today I want to discuss the topic of jealousy. Little disclaimer, if I don't blink my eyes a lot, that's because I got LASIK surgery really like a week, maybe a bit more than a week ago. If you have any question about it, I might do a video about it. I don't know, but because I didn't really do a vlog because it was a bit complicated to do, but yeah, I got my eyes fixed, so now that I can see clearly, I notice that I don't blink as much as I did before. So if you feel a bit too scared like this, it's normal. I'm just looking at my camera. Anyway, so I was talking about jealousy. Jealousy is really difficult to spot when it's with someone that you like. So I am not talking about jealousy as in a couple, as in a marriage. Perhaps that will be on another video. I am talking about jealousy in between people, unattached, friends, acquaintances. Okay, so if you're looking for dating advice, perhaps I will do another video about it, and perhaps this video can help because you can relate on some topics, but I know that as a former lesbian, I could relate those kind of situation in some of my relationships, love relationships. But still, this is not about love, so sorry if this is not the good video for you. Anyway, let's go. So the first thing is to know what is your relation with the person that is jealous of you, and what do you think jealousy is? Because if it's copying, I can totally understand the wrong feeling, the negative feeling about it. I know that I experienced it a lot when I was around, I think, high school, perhaps. Yeah, high school. And at first I was a bit flattered. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit flattered because I noticed that this person was kind of, a lot inspired by what I did, a lot doing everything I did, buying the same thing as I bought, quite, few days after I did it. And if I wanted something and my family couldn't afford it, she just buy it before me. So I don't know if you experienced that. I think a lot of people, we experienced that already, so it's not something that is completely rare, but it's a bit annoying, let's be honest. Because before starting to put the word jealous, so to put the word, the emphasis on this word that is really negative, that is really kind of greedy, like you want what this person have, and it's not, it's not really natural. It's not like you're happy that this person have it, so you want to, you want to be part of it. No, before going into this really vampire-y sensation, I'm just going to go into what is copying and what is inspiration. So I believe that when you like someone, if you spot the relation, if okay, this person is your friend, you shouldn't be too scared about them being like jealous of you, because it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna do anything if they start copying, because it will be mostly it will be inspiration. And don't forget that sharing is caring. Also, I a lot didn't want to share some bands that I like. I wanted to keep them only for me. And this is stupid. It's not even like some clothes. It's not even like, I don't know, doing like some eyeliner in a certain way. It was really something that, firstly, a band is other people, and those people, the music they create, it's for everyone. So I couldn't, keep it only for myself. But I had this idea that it was gonna slip through my hands, and it was gonna go to someone else, and it will not be as precious as it would have been for me at the beginning. So just keep this, feeling that it's gonna slip away and you're gonna lose it if you share it. Because if you define the relation with this person that is often inspired by you, it will just only be more satisfying to share something that you like with this person, to again go to concert, to discuss about, oh, perhaps the new album is a bit less, I don't know, less romantic than the first one, it's a bit more angry, oh, I prefer the last one. Stuff like this, you miss so many things without sharing. So if you spot that this relation is healthy and that you can share thing that you like with this person, just keep it as it's flattering that this person is inspired by you. And now that I completely let go of my fear of just, like I had a lot of this with a lot of different, I remember that it started with Carnival and Florence and the Machine, like back in, I don't know, 2009, something like this, and Nine Inch Nails, of course. I don't know, those bands were not like top of the charts for the people around me. Like, I know you guys are going to tell me, yeah, Nine Inch Nails were like pretty famous, but not in the people around me. So I wanted to keep this for myself, and I don't know why, when I started to speak about it with other people that knew Nine Inch Nails, not even that I make them discover Nine Inch Nails, I have the bit more this with Carnival, Dead Letter Circus and Florence and the Machine. And I know you're going to tell me again, Florence and the Machine is really, really famous. At the moment I'm talking about this, she wasn't famous at all. And so when I try not to share too much on my Facebook account, it was Facebook, because I didn't want people to know. And when I started to share, people were like, oh, great music, thank you for sharing. And I was like, oh no, I'm like kind of losing her. So no, just keep in mind that you're not going to lose anything. So this is me with my relation with the music, but you can also have it like for fashion, for, anything, like perhaps even studies, or I don't know. So yeah, so it's kind of difficult, I know, to spot what is inspiration and what is copying, but think that when people are inspired by you, it's only flattering, and it's only because they think you have good taste, and it's not going to hurt you in any way. No. Just be a bit careful of your ego, because you can miss so many opportunities to share things that you like. And yeah, remember that sharing is caring.
Not even with your best friend?
No.
That is so sad.
When it's inspiration, it's only a benefit for you, because just imagine 1 second, let's take 1 second to imagine how it can be if it was on the other way. You would not like it. People could easily make fun of you for what you like. I don't know about you, but if you're kind of a bit alternative, and even if you're alternative in the alternative, genre. Like when I said that I liked some Florence and the Machine, I'm not too fond of it right now, but I used to be. If I said this to a pure elitist metalhead, they were gonna make fun of me, you know. So let's just think a minute that people can easily make fun of you, and people who make fun of you are not really your friend. I know it's kind of a bit binary to say this, and I know that humor is really wide and you can make fun of a lot of things if it's well done, if it's done with the right people. I would say there's kind of touchy subject that I personally don't find funny, but people can also find it funny. Anyway, this is a really long debate not to have on my channel right now. I don't want it. But people who are making fun of you and pretend to be like in your close acquaintances, they are not your friends. Because a real friend who will, just enjoy the fact that you are really into something. Like I have a friend that is really into Lana Del Rey. I don't like Lana Del Rey. Well, I have like maybe perhaps like 3 songs that I like, and I have my theory about, I don't know if I told you already, but I think that she is a goth queen, unknown goth queen. I have a lot of different idea about it, but I think that people just underrate her about the gothic queen that is inside her and her lyrics and everything. But anyway, I'm not too fond of her, okay? And this friend is really into Lana Del Rey, and well, that's her, you know. She even like some other pop song that I don't really like, and I'm not gonna make fun of her. Perhaps sometimes she send me some music and I'm like, I don't understand that thing that they say. Like, you know, it's kind of a rap music, and I'm really not into this. Mostly because now rap music in France, we don't understand the thing that they say. But anyway, this is my opinion about it. So when she talked to me about those music, I am not gonna blame her. I am not gonna make fun of her, because I can feel that it is really her interest, her special interest. And I am, I am all about having people having some interest, and even if it's music I don't like, I am not gonna make fun of them. So I think that being a good friend is not making fun of what people really like. So you can only also, again, be thankful for people like kind of admiring what you like, and jackpot if they like it too. But it's not like, again, they're not going to take anything away from you. And this leads to the other part that I wanted to say, and this is kind of a bit more into what is jealousy, for not only what you like, or for a bit more about the actions. Everyone has a story of their own. They can try to do the same thing as you, it will never be the same. Like, there's a lot of this on social media. I think the most is on Instagram, because Instagram is a bit more, even if there's reel or stuff like this, it's a lot of images. It was the purpose of Instagram at first, and those images are really kind of damaging our body image and the style that we want to have. Like, I often get hooked when there's a picture of a brunette with piercing, with tattoos and black work tattoos, and I really like this, and I'm not gonna lie, this is really something that, get me hooked, because I like this, and I can do anything to look like this person. I will never be this person, because I am me, I am Lorna, and if you try to do something like this, it will never work. So remember that if you do something and that the person, this fan person wants to do everything like you, it will never fit. It will never have like, it can be really physical, but it can also be like the action, like doing the same studies, doing the same, again, kind of a photo shoot themed. I see often this because I'm kind of in an alternative modeling group of people, like we know a bit like each other. I'm not kind of famous, I'm not saying this, but I know some names. I know that people know a bit of my name sometimes. So yeah, anyway, so there's some theme that we know, like we know this. I'm gonna say something like from one of my last photo shoots. Let's say let's say something really basic, like the really vampire goth scene, like something with chandelier, or I don't know, I'm gonna say something else, being some really, I don't know, dark queen, stuff like this, or something a bit more like urban photo shoot, stuff like this. This is theme that we know, and I know that we can be a bit hurt when we see someone that is weirdly doing everything that you do, and you spot it on Instagram. You're not related, and again, this is really important to spot how close you are with the person. But if you're not really close and you spot that this person is kind of doing all the same theme, just 1 week after you did it, I can understand that it's kind of annoying, and you feel that there's kind of a little sprinkle of stalk alert on it, and there's this thing that is not, it can be built on inspiration, but it's kind of in the end copying, because sometimes this person don't even add this little spice that you have. And why does it work when it's you? It's because it's you. It's because you have this personality that they could never have, because it's not them. And when I do stuff and I kind of get a bit like, my body image is a bit hurt, because I'm like, no, I'm never like this. I will always have like my big nose, and will always have like, I don't know, this kind of freaky mentality, because I'm bipolar. I will never be loose like all those girls that I see on the social media. Firstly, again, little brief disclaimer, sometimes it's fake. Just check my latest video, but still, if they're really loose, if the actions, then their words, the fact that they just put like one story with one picture and friends, and then nothing, and then just one story of something really cool. And I personally do a lot of different stories when I speak a lot. Okay, perhaps, yeah, she's a bit looser, she's a bit more, confident. It feels like she's really, badass in a way. And I feel like this really completely freaky girl who has, a lot of nervous breakdown. And this is the image that people have about me on the internet, because I'm really like this. But think that sometimes there's also, I look at this girl that feels really loose, and I cannot be, because I'm not like this. But there's also people, I don't want to say below me, but it's kind of like a pyramid that people want to go, like, I want to be this girl, and this people, let's say a chain, not a pyramid.
The circle of screaming is the chain of pyramid. The pyramid of screaming.
But yeah, if this girl wants to be a bit more like me, because I don't know, I'm not gonna be, just sending myself flowers, but if this girl is, perhaps thinking, well, Lorna, she has a lot of, insight, she's natural, because let's say she's not fake, like she don't have her lips done, she doesn't have fake boobs. I don't know, let's say stuff like this. And I'm like looking at the other girl that I think that is perfect and not making any mistakes, and I'm like doing all my mistakes all the time. Like I'm getting angry, I'm posting on social media something. Yeah, well, this is me. If this girl is looking at me, I just want to say, don't be too inspired by me. Because if I'm like this, it's because I have my backstories. It's because I have all those things that made me who I am today. And it's not interesting if I don't value it. So I'm gonna keep away this idea of being this girl, on fleek, this perfect girl on social media, because I can't do it. I try, I cannot do it. But you don't look at me like this, because if I'm like this, it's because some events made me totally mad. And I'd rather tell you just to be yourself. Perhaps you can be mad also, I don't know your life, but everyone have their backstories, and this is something to remember, because it can impact also on, why we're jealous and how to stop it. So I said that you have your own stories, and this is something that you should remember about. But let's not get too into the extreme of it. You don't have to be the main character all the time. And I understand that everyone feels like they are the main character, and this is also a good thing if you want to change your life and if you're lacking confidence, stuff like this. I mentioned it, I think, in some previous videos. Okay, this is a known concept. Be the main character, blah blah. We heard it. It's not that bad if you use it carefully. But remember that you are the main character of your life. But people also have their life around you. So you cannot be the main character all the time. You also have to deal with other people who also are the main character of their story, So it's good if you're the main character and you're the good guy, and you're like the hero. But don't be the bad guy in someone else's story. Like, this is something to remember also, because when it's another point of view, you can often, and the first one, I think this is also why I have a lot of change in my friendships. I know for a fact, and I'm certain of it, even if I don't want to think that it's true, I know that I have been the bad guy in other people's story, because they are the main character of their story, and I thought my story was more important, so I thought I could act in a certain way and not sensing how those other people could react. And this is in a way how you lose friends. So it's this is another video, this is another topic. But if you take into account that people have their own life, their own stories, and that you're not only the main character, again, just switch your ego like on top, like she is doing everything like me. Perhaps she's a bit inspired. Yeah, okay. But she is living her life, okay? I'm saying she, but it can be he also. It can be them. I don't care about the pronouns right now. I'm just, kind of taking some people I could think about and, relate a bit more. But yeah, if you're the main character of your stories, it's because you are in your head, and people around you are not in your head. Sometimes you're kind of a bit paranoid that people are jealous of you. that people want to do, this copying personally, but they didn't even care. They didn't even notice that you did it in the first place. And this is a bit something, just to lower your ego standard. And I think it's good to remember also. That was the part of perhaps you're a bit paranoid. I don't like to say paranoid because there is no such thing as paranoia apart from mental illnesses. I think that paranoia is just sensation, empathy, thing that you feel that you cannot tell you because you don't have any proof, but you can feel it because you're a bit intuitive. And people like to say that you're paranoid because you don't have any proof, and it's kind of convenient for them. So let's say that you're not paranoid, that you really notice that something is going wrong, and this is the real thing of jealousy. If you're not being paranoid, if you really feel that there is something going wrong, you're right. There is so many stalkers around now that there is social media. When there wasn't so much social media, it was more easy to love and to do things you like without people doing the same. Even though some people did it. Remember again, some people did it even if there wasn't, social media, so it could happen. But you can also spot again if it's not a friend, if there is kind of an obsession also. And this social media era brought us a lot of the what about me concept. The what about me concept is when people are posting something on social media, on YouTube, on TikTok, like perhaps there is someone posting about, I don't know, I think there was this well-known video about how to do is it like a bean stew or something like this? Let's say tomato soup. This person was doing a video on its own, cooking in her kitchen, doing a tomato soup, posting it on YouTube or TikTok, and people were asking, what if I don't like tomato? What if, a lot of those kind of, and how can I do if I don't want to make soup? What if I'm allergic to tomato? Why are you watching this in the first place? Not everything is about you. So I understand that sometimes people want to do things, they're a bit like sheep. It has been proven since the beginning of time. People are a bit like sheep. If someone says something, that someone else is gonna follow. So or ask question about it. And so it's really difficult when you have people just wanting to turn everything around and have them really just turned into their own interest when it has nothing to do with them. This is clearly something linked to what we called FOMO, the fear of missing out also. It can be used in a lot of different situations, but the fear of missing out is also really because, again, if you see, and this is why there's influencer, clearly, because if you see that this influencer did that you like it, like you are inspired by it, and even though you're not a stalker, but it turned out to be an obsession, because will you do this to your sister? Will you do this with your friend? If they buy this type of shoe, will you want to do it? I don't think so. I think it's because there is this person that has your interest and that you want to do like her. And when you see that other people are doing it, it's like, why don't I do it? Why didn't I do it? I missed something. So you want to buy the same shoes, you want to buy the same concealer. It's something that is like, I would say, like unsolicited jealousy. I don't know, I just made it up. But you know, it's kind of, you're not even really liking this person. It's really like you need to have the same thing. So it's way more of something of copying that inspiration. And so what I wanted to say after telling you about paranoia, when you're not paranoid, it's also because someone has a behavior a bit like this that has no really point, like it's a bit useless. It's not like, whoa, I'm listening to the same music because it's so, you know, good to my ear, because it's so much a good discovery. Thank you, Lorna. No, there's no point. You just wanted to do the same thing. And it's fine again if you like what I do. But if you turn this into something really negative, like people, you know, getting mad because they're missing something, or again getting mad because they're missing something, and that they are now hating you for having it. And this is not only on social media, this could be a lot in our daily lives. Like, I'm gonna take example on work. This is not something that I truly experience, but I know that it exists. Take the example that you want to quit the job, like everyone wants to leave the firm, they're all burned out, they're all not feeling good, and they want to quit. But some people cannot, because they have a family to support, because they have a rent to pay. Normal. You know, it's not like this that you can quit. And one day someone has the opportunity to leave the job because, I don't know, they won the lottery, they received an inheritance. Life has given them this opportunity to leave the job. And then you have those kind of co-workers that are not happy for you, but they wanted it. So the fact that they wanted something and that they cannot have it just made you a really bad feeling and really bad vibration around you. Just leave this area, because they are just putting some very vampire-y bad energy on you. And this can be really difficult for you, because you will have this guilt that you shouldn't have. It's not your fault that you can, you know, afford to leave something where you were unhappy when those people were also unhappy, but they couldn't leave. This is the basic of the real jealousy. So to conclude, why is this the basic of jealousy? Because firstly, the relation you have with this person, it's not a friend. Because a friend will be happy for you. A friend will not make fun of you, of something you like. A friend will be happy if you succeed to do something you wanted, you weren't happy in your work, you could leave. A friend will be happy for you. So first, you can easily spot the relation you have with this person, because it will not really be healthy. Then when you spot that this person is not really even an acquaintance or a friend, if they do spot the timing, if they do the copy just after a really little amount of time, well, sometimes there's, you know, reason, like perhaps if it's a photo shoot, like perhaps someone got their photo edited before the other one, so yeah, not no beef there. But you know, you can feel when it's just, you know, some kind of a bit of an obsession and not really an inspiration. And then there is this really big red flag when you have no link at all with the person, and this is just a stalk, and this person is just, you know, copying everything you do. They don't know you. They try to do it really in a... The time is not correct. It's not even, you know, it's not excusable. So there is this kind of hill and iceberg of jealousy. There is this little jealousy that is positive, and that is inspiration that you can have with your friends, and then you can go deeper and deeper, and in the end, when it's really negative, and that it's because those people didn't want you to have what they want, and it's a feeling that they are legit to have. It's their life again. You are not in their shoes. But if they act on it in a really bad way, in a strange way, and a freaky way, if they're a stalker that you don't have anything in common with them, yeah, then this is not inspiration. This is a big red flag. So I hope that you liked this video. It was kind of weird to film because I had a plan, but I didn't really know how to manage the chapters because it was kind of a big iceberg, and it was not like I wanted to list all the categories. It's just that I wanted to go a bit deeper, so it was kind of, you know, a bit different from what I did lately. So anyway, I hope you like it, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.